Hello YouTube, it's your girl Kyra here, your favorite artist. I'm here to do a Q&A. So on Facebook, on Instagram, I asked people to send me questions for my live Q&A. So I went on Instagram Live, did a little Q&A or whatever. People was able to pop in. I was able to answer questions that people asked prior to the live. And so now I'm gonna put that same content here on YouTube. So let's get started. So the first question here is your worst personality characteristic. I would say thinking that everyone secretly hates me or being like impulsive and just like jumping to conclusions. I have a tendency to just like assume the worst and just like think with my emotions versus being a little bit more logical and thinking before acting. That's something I'm working on. And also I just assume people don't like me. I just have this like, I wouldn't say I'm a people pleaser, but I mean, who don't want to be liked? And deep down, I just think like everybody hates me. I don't know why that is. That's another thing I'm working on. And I also got to realize that not everyone's going to like me and I have to be okay with that. Like I could be the nicest person ever, but that person still might not vibe with me. You know, like not everyone's going to gravitate towards me. And so I got to get that through my head and realize like sometimes it's not even personal. People just don't automatically vibe with you. So that's just, it is what it is. And that's something I'm trying to get better at. But also, before we even get into the next question, can we take a look at my earrings? Because you know, it's Scorpio season. My birthday is coming up soon. I'm going to be the big 24. But when I'm out, I'm going to tell people I'm 21 because I love getting free shots. And also, I wish I was 21. To be 21 again, simpler times. Anyways, okay, the next question. My favorite movie is The Avengers. I've seen The Avengers a bunch of times. I love that movie. It has a special place in my heart. I love Marvel in general. I still got to catch up. I haven't watched every Marvel movie, but I love The Avengers. I love it so much. Okay, next question here is relationship status. I am single as a Pringle. You know, I'm in my little single era right now. I'm trying to work on me, figure out what my wants and needs are, figure out myself. I'm in this little spiritual journey, so I am happily single, but you know, Michael B. Jordan hit me up and let's keep it moving. Where do I see myself in 3 years? Let's see, in 3 years, I'll be 27. I want to have my own house by then. I want my music career to be flourishing. Like I want to have brand deals. I want to be having features with like, you know, big time artists. I want to do a collaboration with Kalani. Like she's one of my favorite artists. And so her would be a big one, you know, John Bellion. And, you know, just being happy and healthy. Those are some of the goals I have 3 years from now. Okay, this wasn't a question, but someone said, I want to hook up low key, but you got a boyfriend. Thank you, I guess. But also I don't have a boyfriend. I'm single, so shoot your shot. You never know. But also if you raggedy, maybe don't shoot your shot. Okay, I got out of frame a little bit. So let me fix my camera. Do you want kids eventually? I don't know. I waver back and forth. It's like 70% of me says no, I don't want children, and the other 30% is like, you know, I feel like I would really grow into motherhood, and you know, I owe my parents a grandchild. I'm the only child, so I should give them a little grandbaby so they can spoil. And also, like, kids are so cute. But then the other part is like, this world is terrible. I don't want to deal with no child. They are expensive as hell. So I don't know. I really don't know. I'm leaning towards no though. What is your biggest insecurity? I would say my forehead, which I've definitely gotten more confident about. Like I used to wear hats all the time in high school. I used to wear glasses because I thought it made my forehead look smaller. So I used to be way more insecure about it. I've gotten a lot better, but I'd still say that's one of my like insecurities, or just like my side profile in general. Cause like my nose is just, anyways, into my forehead, you know? So just like my side profile in general, I would say is my biggest insecurity. But yeah, again, I know God made me perfect. I'm just working on believing that myself. So yeah. What is your next goal? Okay, well, my biggest project I'm working on right now is this music video release party. I've never hosted an event before, but I'm hosting an event for the first time in January of 2023. I'm gonna have a music video release party for my most recent single, Overdrive, which y'all should listen to on all streaming platforms. Make sure y'all tap in on my Instagram at KyraJ_17 so y'all can see updates on all of that. But that's my next big goal, is for that to be a big success, to have sponsors, to have a good turnout, to, you know, provide a platform for other local artists and stuff like that. So that's my next big goal, you know, period. And then what is your favorite body part? I don't know, probably my titties. Are like, you know, not too big, not too small. They're perfect hand size. Or probably my smile, either my titties or my smile, because I had braces. And so like I be cheesing all the time now. You be like, hey, what's up? You know, I used to have a little crooked tooth, but now my smile is perfecto. And so yeah, that's probably my favorite part, either that or that. When is your next song coming out? That is a great question. So my next song is called Jaded, and it'll be out on November 18th of this year. So that's the day after my birthday. We finna turn up for my birthday. But yeah, so keep that in mind. Jaded is my next song. I wrote it years ago, but I'm finally recording it and I can't wait for y'all to hear it. When did you start singing? I started singing when I was really young, probably around like 6 or 7, you know. I think I mentioned this before on the channel that I was entered into like singing, dancing, and acting classes when I was about 7 or 8 years old. And so I really started singing and dancing and acting around that age and got passionate about performing really early on. You know, I did theater, I did choir, and that was just always something that stuck with me. Is, you know, being an entertainer, being a performer, being able to inspire people through my gifts or my talents. And so, yeah, I'd say around 7 years old. When did you start dancing? Okay, so I started dancing around the same time, I'd say probably earlier. I feel like I started dancing earlier than I started singing. Like in every Black household, a child is gonna be asked to dance, you know, like, or not even just asked to dance, like you just gotta have a little bit of rhythm type shit. And so like, I feel like I've been dancing a lot more than I've been singing. Okay, when did you know you wanted to become a performer? Again, probably around that age, around 7 or 8. But I think when it really first started to hit was after the first musical I did at Lundster Performing Arts. This is a dance studio I used to go to when I lived back in Minnesota, and every summer we would do a musical. And so my first production with them, I think that's when it really set in, like, yeah, I want to be on stage. I thought I once wanted to be on Broadway at one point, but then I realized I'm not cut out for Broadway. But there was a time where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be doing live shows. I'm gonna be on Broadway. I'm gonna be the triple threat bitch, singer, dancer, actress. No, that was a really fun time and a really fun period of my life that I'll never forget. I think the first summer production I did with them was Annie, and I was like the train conductor and like one of the orphans and some other stuff. But yeah, it was fun. What's your favorite project so far? I think my favorite project so far is Overdrive. It's a single. I put it out over the summer and I got a music video coming out for it in January. I'm tailoring this whole event for this project, so it's probably one of my most favorites so far. I've been promoting it like hell, and like, yeah, it's just been a really great journey, and I really like the song. It's one of them lighthearted, upbeat, bad bitch type of music, so I just really like the song. It's probably one of my favorite projects. But I've only dropped one full-length project, and that was my EP, Serenity. You know, I'm hoping to drop another EP early next year, and then maybe another one the year after that. But yeah, right now I'm just working on the singles, working on music videos, working on songwriting and stuff like that. What do you wish to accomplish in your career? I want to do music full-time. I want that to be my full-time gig. I want to get to a point where I don't have to work another job in order to pursue music. And so that's like priority number one. But ultimately, I want to continue to inspire people. I want to expand my fan base. Again, I want to do like collabs with really dope artists that I really admire. I want to do like campaigns. I want to be in partnerships with brands. There's just so many things that I want to do, and I know I have the potential to do it, and I just got to keep believing myself and keep on grinding. You know, this is only the beginning for me, and I want to go on tour. Like, I want to headline my own tour. I don't want to be opening up for people my whole life. Like, I want to have my own tour. I want to sell out shows. I want people to come there for me, and you know, I just really want to express myself creatively, and music is just the best way to do that. What's the best industry advice you've received? Probably just to believe in myself. I mean, if I won't believe in myself, then no one else will, which is like, this applies to anything, not even just in the music industry, but I think that's just the best advice that you could receive from anybody. Just keep on believing in yourself, have that confidence, and never give up. You know, you gotta be the biggest advocate for yourself. What's the hardest part about being an independent artist? I'd say being independent. I rely on myself a lot when it comes to out-of-pocket expenses, and I don't have a big financial backing from like a major label, so I have to pay for everything, which is difficult, and which is why I have another job on top of being an artist. So I think that's just the hardest aspect. And then also probably the marketing. Like, I feel like I'm not reaching my target audience the way I would like, and so I think just kind of figuring that out and making sure I have content to push and pushing it at the right time and just investing my money in the right ways. I think that's just the hardest part to figure out. It's like, okay, which ways do I want to market? Which like platform is the best one to go? Like, it's just a lot. I'm still figuring out the business side of music. And so, yeah, I just think being an independent artist can be difficult when, you know, you have to rely on yourself, you know, financially and marketing wise. You know, luckily I do have a manager that supports me in other ways, but you know, yeah, it can be difficult when you don't have like a full, well-rounded team. Can you describe your music sound? I would say, you know, it's definitely R&B with a little pop flair, hip hop influences, like raw vocals, something that can make you feel like this is a throwback type of song, but it's still like, you know, modern enough that you can bump it today. Like, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out my sound, but that's how my music has been described to me as. You know, it's an old school R&B type of feel, but it's still like pop influence and like upbeat. But yeah, anyways, that's my sound. What type of role model do you want to be when you make it? I want to be a positive influence, of course. Like, I want people to be like, oh, Kyra, that one artist that has great music and always has a message, or has a positive brand, you know, positive message. Like, I don't know, I don't want to be somebody, I don't want to be infamous, Like, you know, everybody makes mistakes. I'm sure when I do blow up, there's gonna be a tweet from 5 years ago that's like questionable, but honestly, I really just, I don't know. I want people to have a good thought when they think about me. You know, I want them to smile when they hear my name. I want them to have, you know, a positive reaction. And so I want to be a good influence to not just kids, but, you know, people my age, older people. Like, I want everybody to be able to look up to me and be like, you know, I admire her tenacity, whether they agree with me, whether they agree with my beliefs, whether they agree with my music. It's like they respect me and they admire my hard work. They admire my ambition. So, yeah. What does making it look like to you? I'd say making it is, again, doing this full time and being happy. Like, I want to be happy with where my career is at. Like, success isn't measured by like how many Grammys I get or like how many followers I have. Like, I just want to be in a position where I'm like comfortable financially. I'm putting out music that I like, and like I still find this enjoyable. There's a lot of artists who lose their creative passion, who lose the joy of making music or dancing, and like I don't want to lose that passion for performing. And so I think that's what making it is. It's like I still have this love and this joy and this like need and urge to make music, and so I don't want to lose that. So I don't know, that's a long-winded way of saying I want to be happy. I want to be healthy and making music while I'm doing it.